All right, let me now go across to our talking point panelists. Aprajita Sarangi is BJP Member of Parliament and National Spokesperson. Aadil Singh Boparai, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Raj Punj is Shiv Sena leader. Naveen Chomal, advocate. And Satyendra Singh is former Deputy Director of the Enforcement Directorate. Aadil Boparai, I'll start with you. In 2008, MHADA, which is the Maharashtra Housing and Area Development Agency, had in fact taken up this redevelopment project as per the deal between MHADA and this Guru Ashish Construction, in which one of Mr. Sanjay Raut's close associates owns Guru Ashish Constructions. The deal was to rehabilitate 672 tenants and redevelop the locality. MHADA paid this Guru Ashish Construction to the tune of almost 1,000 crores, but none of these flats have come up in a way that people can inhabit there. Isn't it a legitimate question to ask Mr. Sanjay Raut and his associates, where is that money? Why hasn't this rehabilitation housing, these flats, come up?
Good evening, Zaka. I'll request for 120 seconds of uninterrupted time. Today in this country, the opposition parties face two formidable challenges. The first challenge is from a malicious government, which is anchored in political vendetta, which has a disdain for political opposition. The second challenge is from a biased, a compliant, and a pliable media, which is playing the role of a cheerleader for the ruling dispensation.
Adil, you know, what is the question I asked you?
I thought I'm going to get
within the second sentence, you've gotten personal. I mean,
I have no doubt in my mind, the Congress party has no doubt in its mind that the media is playing the role of a cheerleader.
But Adil, no, 1 second. I can also. No, 1 second. First of all, this is not the question I asked you. If you have an answer, if you haven't, of course it matters. Of course it matters. I mean, Adil, I'm not here to. Adil, 1 second. I'm being very respectful. I'm being very respectful to you. I'm being very respectful to you. I have a question. Do you have an answer for that question? You answer that question. If you don't have an answer for that question, don't answer that question. But please don't get into these personal attacks on the media. Sorry, the media doesn't fight elections. If you fight elections and you can't win against the BJP, don't blame it on the media.
I think our charge stands vindicated that the media has indeed become.
Can I repeat that question? You're a lawyer. Do you want me to repeat the question?
Can I answer?
Yes.
I get uninterrupted time to answer.
Yes, provided you're answering the question. If you don't have an answer, don't answer. I'm fine with that. But don't make these low blows. Please don't make these low blows, Adil. No, please. Come on.
You cannot.
You
believe that the media is playing the role of a doormat for the BJP.
Come on, please.
We believe that.
Please.
Can I say what we believe in?
I can also start making low blow personal attacks against you and your party. I don't do that. I'm not going to bring myself down to that level. So Adil, I'm going to repeat myself once again. Do you have an answer for the question that I asked you, which is that MHADA got into an agreement with this Guru Ashish Construction? 1,000 crore rupees were exchanged. Not a single flat has been built. Do you have an answer for that question?
Zaka, I think it's beyond any pale of doubt that the media has been engaged to divert the real issues which are facing this country. And in this conspiracy of headline management, the media is equally complicit. Now coming to the issue at hand. The ED has become a puppet in the hands of the ruling dispensation. The ED is being used to arm twist political opponents. I put this question to you, and if perhaps you can muster the courage to ask the BJP, what happened to the 17 ED notices to MLAs belonging to the Shinde faction? These MLAs received notices from the ED right before the change of government. Where have those ED investigations disappeared? What happened to the ED case against Narayan Rane? What happened to the cases against Mukul Roy? What happened to the cases against a host of other opposition leaders who switched over to the BJP?
Okay, I'll ask those questions. I'll definitely ask those questions. I've asked those questions in the past as well. And contrary to what you think, Adil, contrary to what you think, some of us are just trying to do our job. Okay, so if you want to adjectify it, calling us doormats and stuff, I leave it to you. I'm not going to lower my discourse to the level that you have lowered it to, and I'm really sorry that it's come down to that. Let me ask the BJP spokesperson. No, I'll ask the BJP spokesperson. This is a constant charge from the opposition, from the Congress, that somehow the people who have ED cases against them, who join your party or who ally with your party, they get whitewashed in the washing machine of the BJP. There's no case, or at least the case is in deep freezer when it comes to Narayan Rane, Himanta Biswa, Yediyurappa. All of them, the cases are in cold storage. So please respond, Aprajita Sarangi.
A very good evening. I think it has become a fashion with the opposition parties to level charges against the BJP and against Prime Minister Modi and his team for doing something which is right, which is good for the country. And there is zero tolerance to corruption in the country as far as Modi government is concerned. And we mean business. And this is being reflected in all our actions, in all our works. Naturally, there would be opposition. I can understand. They have to speak because there's a question of their relevance. Now, I'll just take 30 seconds. I was sitting in the Lok Sabha 10 minutes back. There was discussion on the price rise and suddenly the Congress stages a walkout. The opposition parties create a ruckus and they stage a walkout because they don't want to listen. The same is the case here. You know, the fact remains that if you don't know how to play the chess, you can't blame the chess board. The fact remains that ED and CBI, when they are on the job, they are unraveling the truth. Now, all these things, whatever the statements that are being made by the esteemed panelist, would have held relevance and would have been, you know, kind of appreciated by all of us had ED gone into the act of unraveling the truth, would not have found anything.
Yeah.
Now, here there is a 1,039 crore scam. And we are aware of the fact that since 2014 till date, poor 672 tenants of a Chawl have not got their houses done. And there has been, you know, exchange of money. 901 crore rupees have been given to the 9 builders. I think we are all aware of this.
Yes.
Now, what is the connection between Sanjay Raut ji and Praveen Raut? And we have incriminating evidences. We have documents. And let me tell you very candidly, very emphatically, that CBI or these ED, they are independent agencies, and
Okay.
I am not here as an advocate of ED.
And
I want to be very clear on that. They are
No,
independent
one
agencies.
second.
They are
I
doing
have
their
others
job. The law
also
will
on
take
the
its course.
other
and
guests
I think
also.
Sanjay Raut ji and others
Let me go one second.
must
Adil,
support.
1 second. Let me go to Raj Punj. He's of the Shiv Sena. Raj Punj, this is what the ED has claimed today in court, that Praveen Raut, who was part of Guru Ashish Construction, a close aide of Sanjay Raut, misled MADA. He sold floor space index or FSI to 9 private developers. He got 901 crores as a result of that transaction. Did not build, like I said earlier, did not build the 672 flats that they were supposed, low-cost housing that they were supposed to build for the original tenants. Instead, a new project called Meadows was launched. He also